Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Okay. The Empress, beauty and abundance. Oh. Transition and liberation. Playfulness and bliss. So nice energies. And the Traveler, adventure and potential. Ooh, that's a nice card as well. Yeah, but let's see. If you find a word, it's yours. Fear. If you want to be free of fears and phobias, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them, okay? And push. Don't feel inadequate. Forget how to quit. Push on no matter how things look. And overwhelm. The hard work we love can leave us feeling burdened, drained, and burned out, among other problems. Okay. Okay. That's so strange, right? Because those energies, they are amazing. And this is just, what is this? This doesn't belong here. This doesn't belong here. Well, like overwhelm, hard work doesn't, the hard work doesn't belong here. Feel the feeling of inadequate. I cannot even talk with this. It's like doesn't belong here. Fear, no. Like, no. Why? 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 Like, why? Okay? Like, no. No, just put them back. Why? That's what we want. Here we go. Maybe it'll make sense in the reading when we go for it, but for now, no. Just not gonna take those energies. Right? It's like, bye. Oh. Kinda don't want this energy here as well, but it's okay. Okay. It's so weird, because all of those energies, they're so nice. So nice. Beauty, abundance. Well, let's look at this. The rabbit. Rabbit. Huh. A beautiful rabbit, right? But why? Why are those energies here? Is there something trying to trigger you? Somehow? Don't know. It's almost, before I made this reading, I got the saying, hiding your wealth. Hiding your wealth. How is that be? How can that be that you're hiding your wealth? So literally, it makes sense. Oh, it makes sense. And also that I want to put away some energies. Some energies. I just don't want it around. And it's like those, let's just assume those are not the words somehow, right? Like, let's just assume they are just energies, right? And I put them away. Like, look at those energies. Yeah. If you just, without the words, whatever, if you just look at the energies, You don't want them around, right? And I think there's something to it, because you are, so if we take it literally as monetary wealth, right? Of course, hiding it or putting it away, some energies away, or hiding something, it's like, yeah, it really feels like hiding something, you know, with this card here. It's this, it's this, because this bunny is sitting in, it's a bit, you know, it's camouflage. Camouflage a bit, right? Because you know, this not just fur, it's also a bit like everything else. It's this camouflaging things. If you just, because you don't want to have some energies around. Yeah, okay. So if you have acquired a certain amount of wealth suddenly, and you were not that wealthy before, right? And suddenly you are freaking wealthy, right? Some people that you might just know you or whatever, they might be very suspicious and maybe want to then play with you. Like, you know, they might want to, when there was suddenly no interest in being around you, suddenly they come to you because you're wealthy, right? And if they knew that you are wealthy, that would probably change some people, right? So therefore you're hiding it, right? You're just, that's okay. Like, you know, you just stay where you are, you live in the same house, maybe you move. Maybe that's something. Maybe you do some changes and people are like, maybe just looking, but it doesn't look like you are that wealthy, but you are in fact really freaking wealthy. Like, you know what I mean? It's this, you maybe you keep your job, or you just act act like you are yeah, well, you act like you are what, normal? What's normal actually? But you know what I mean? It's just, you just put it away, put them away. Just, it's okay. You don't need to show off. That's the thing. You don't need to show off, right? Yeah. So, yeah, beauty and abundance. Yeah. So you act all natural. You're camouflaging it, right? That you are now of wealth, right? Maybe people notice that you maybe treat yourself a bit. You're like, yeah, well, maybe they saved up for it for a long time, right? Never know, but you know, it's also to protect yourself. It's not a fear thing. It's more like protect yourself from energies. You know, those taking energies, those people who are like, I'm so overwhelmed. Look at my prison. Right? It's just, you know, look at my prison. It's their own prison. It's their own prison. If you would give me some of your stuff. Oh, you could give me some of your stuff. Because that would help me out of my prison people energies. And I think you do want to help people. It's not like that. It's just, you know, I think it's this really feeling of, you know how you got there, right? You know how you made the transformation to go there, right? Right? It's just from 3 to 1, 3. And even this number, for me personally, is triggering, okay? Triggering. You, right, because you scare me. a bit, because I don't know, indoctrination, right? Yeah. Yeah, but you now make it a game, right? You're like, yeah. Yeah. You don't show off. Well, you treat yourself a bit. But you also know, I think you only acquired the wealth because of some sort of help from spirit. Spirit help? How does this... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's this, well... I think you want to use the wealth to liberate people. It's not that you just wanted to use it for yourself. It's just, yeah, you gotta camouflage a bit. Because, yeah, you cannot make it too obvious, right? Because this is not... You just cannot. It's, because it changes... You know how it is, right? Suddenly people creep up that you've never seen in ages. They would have never spoken with you ever again. But since you are now... If you would do this publicly and admit that you are wealthy, they would come up and just, want something from you, right? Even though they can have it just themselves, right? It's just almost a steps program that they can take for themselves, right? So you're like, it's just this, and also you don't want to be treated differently. That's the thing, If people would know that your bank account is filled with rainbows and celebrating a party every night, it's just, fairies dancing in your bank account, like, you know what I mean? It's like, or the dolphins in the sea playing. Yeah. That's your bank account. And you don't want that. You don't want people to know. Because you want to be surrounded by truth. Like, it's this almost testing people also, right? Yeah, because, if they just want you for that, it's, you automatically sort them out by just not making it known. So, you don't, because it's this, why would you? Like, you don't want that because you don't want to be treated differently. And I mean, I think you can differentiate energies and you see the motives behind people, it's not, that's what, it's this, you are not confused by the motives of people. I don't think. It could be that you have been in the past, maybe, we always try to assume the best in people. That's my belly. It's like, but you see that, it's like, yeah, you don't make, it's this, but you can read them like a book. Right? And that's spirit's help for you, right? It's this, you can read what's going on. And therefore you choose to be not so open, like not so, just keep that to yourself, like, makes sense. It's just, okay. And it's like, but is it a surprise somehow? Because it seems to me, when you are obviously being successful, right? That's something that people see, right? They can make assumptions themselves, like they know, like they know, when you are somehow publicly successful. But it seems to me that you acquired this somehow not. Maybe you literally just won something. Could be, but it doesn't have to be. Somehow you got wealthy. But it doesn't even mean that you are literally wealthy. It could be. That's the thing. Is it? You know, take this just as an example because it's the easiest example that I could get and could explain why I wanted to remove some energies from everything. Because I think what you're doing is you are using the wealth to send people on journeys for themselves to discover the wealth for themselves, right? Or how to get there, maybe what it consists of, right? Because this animal is a map, right? It's a map, right? It's not normal, and like the landscapes are like, you know, it's almost this, yeah, everybody has to jump across the abyss themselves. I almost want to put the sun there, but then they would be burned when they jump into the sun, like a moth to a flame. It's not that. It's more like knowing how to overcome the energies that want to cling onto you while you are on the journey to warmer weather. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I think this wealth has been acquired in a quite lonely, secluded, somewhat, I don't know, state, because this looks like I mean, it looks like a fly, but I'm not sure, because it could be that it could be, you know, some sort of animal that needs to cocoon. I don't do fly that. How do flies actually? I don't know anything about that, but it's this. Yeah, you know, you I don't know. So it seems to me that the transformation or transition phase is something that led you to this liberation, but somehow you want to or you need to camouflage it. You want, or you need to, just to avoid some energies that you just to save yourself some freedom of this situation, right? Yeah, that's okay, right? For this situation, right? Oh no. Sorry. What does it do though? Is it a creation? Are you creating something? Somehow? It feels to me that there's something that you're doing something. It's like now again, from being in a transformative transition liberation phase, hermit mode, to this, you are creating something again, secluded and not telling anyone. It's okay. Yeah, do it. I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, clearly do what you do. It's spiritually connected. It's spiritually protected. That words. Okay, what else? I want to pull some more cards of those, because they gave us those nice energies, so we're gonna give some. Can I get you more? But it's also, you know, I think, you know, the abundance also lies in having enough, right? So when you always strive for more, right? You never know. So let's hope that they give us one more card. I don't want to ask for, too much, but intuition and inspiration. Oh, there we go. And the star, even. Oh, peace and healing. Oh, yeah. So nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's you. Your energy also. You're bringing peace and healing, and 17 is again a number. A number that reminds me of someone who has a connection with this number. But it's also, yeah. Frog. Leapfrogging over things. And again, camouflage, right? Yeah, some secrets are on the table. But why am I drawn to talk about secrets? Why should I bring this to you when this is not supposed to be known? And I'm putting a video out there that's public. Or maybe it's just to... Yeah, that's the playfulness, isn't it? It's this... Yeah. Playfulness and bliss, duh. Yeah, it's a part of the game, isn't it? Oh, it's okay. It's part of the creation, right? Yeah, because, yeah, I mean, it's about thinking also about yourself. Do you act differently when you meet people who are wealthy or of status somehow? Do you treat them differently, even though you, if you know, like, just for yourself also, maybe that's a thing of, think about how you yourself would treat people if they are wealthy, like really monetary wealth or status or something. Do you treat people differently because they have a status, or do you treat people all the same? And do you treat people differently if you perceive that they can give you something? Or do you know people who might treat you differently just because you have some sort of wealth or status? And is this a good energy to be around? Maybe it's something I need to tell you, that you need to be aware of those energies, some vampires that could come into your place just because you have something they want, right? Yeah. It just, right? And it's nothing to be scared of, it's just something to notice, right? And to maybe be a little bit more, maybe you are not doing it, maybe you're not hiding it, maybe you cannot hide it, maybe you cannot hide this, but your preference probably would be to hide it, but it's just something that wants to be pointed at. It's this: how do you treat people? Do you treat them differently just because they have got status? And if you do so, why? And if you are the person of status, is this something that you want to look at and maybe think about? And it's nothing, it's just something that wants to be seen, right? Because we all just stupid humans. We all make mistakes and are stupid. So I don't know why I'm drawn to talk about this, but yeah. I want to pull some more cards. Moonology one, just to wrap it all up. Confidence is your key to success. and have faith in your dreams, okay? Yeah, one might think that a lot of wealth or something like that might lead to confidence, when in fact it doesn't, actually. Right? Sometimes we just try to be too nice, right? When in fact there's just, you know, that's the thing. I think that's something that you might want to protect yourself from. If you are actually wealthy and people come to you like, and you're too nice to say no, even though you should, because everybody needs to jump this through. I mean, yeah, of course, I mean, it's about being, yeah, you can be helpful, but it's also about being cautious somehow about those energies, because if you are not, then, you know, it might be just one situation, right? But there are a million of those situations out there. And if you are not strong enough to protect somehow what's yours, we even are not to protect. I don't want to say that, but use it wisely, okay? Yeah. To use it wisely, it's more like that, you know, because you want to help, but you want to help in the right way, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's this. Yeah. Okay. So also have the confidence to see, right? And time to give rather than take. And it's time to take action, okay? Yeah, well, you know, that's the thing, you know, you have to differentiate who wants what because of what. Or what are the reasons behind this. And I think that I really want to point at the closed eyes when giving. So open your eyes when you're giving, and give it to for a good cause somehow, right? And not, you know, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't give at all. That's a totally wrong approach at all. You know, it's just about who do you give to? Do you give to I don't know. You know what I mean? I think everybody deserves a slice of the cake somehow. Because if you don't give, but maybe that's another thing. You know, if you don't give at all, if you just keep everything to yourself and just you, then you also create something else, and that's not good either, right? That's not good, not at all, actually. It's just making sure who is the right person to give to, right? Maybe testing people for a while before deciding. Or just looking. Yeah, open eyes, right? Being confident and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Yeah. Yes. Testing people. What did you just say? Like, why? Like, what was just... Okay, let's pull a card from because I feel like this is really weird energy. This deck every card has the same meaning in this deck, and the meaning is everything's going to be okay. So yeah, that's that. And let's see who this reading is for. I just hope it was helpful. I don't know. It feels... I don't know. It's okay. No one wants to admit that. So yeah, funny. Okay. No, wait. I can shuffle for as long as I can. Do you have time? By the time this video, you have clicked on the video, you already know who this is. Those are too many cards. Which is good, you know, was almost half the deck. Almost appears like half of the collective has acquired some wealth. Capricorn. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, well. Additional info is in the letterbox below, and see you next time. Bye bye.